go talk to Anna. So now we are going to be live on YouTube as well, getting everything set up. I appreciate everybody being patient with me today. Everybody being patient with me today. All right, guys. Hello, everybody. Hi, Joy. We are going to, you can call in a little while, in about 15 minutes, and we'll start. All right, guys. Hello, everybody. Hi, Joy. We are going to live with you. You can call in a little while, in about 15 minutes, and we'll start. Give me 1 second. Going live with you. I need the speaker. Give me 1 second. How is everybody doing today? Today is a good day. Today is a very good day. We're talking about productivity. We're going to have Joy. You're going to listen into her on our conversation and talking about her love, her book, her awesome book that she has created. We're talking about productivity. We're going to have Joy. You're going to listen into her on our conversation about Disfunction. About her love, her book, her awesome Disfunction. I'll be honest, I have yet to read the book, but we were in the same book writing class, and we were writing the book around the same, our books around the same time. So it's pretty awesome to have somebody, we accomplished the books, we finished our books and everything around the same time. So it's pretty cool to know that, and to have a fellow book writer with us, and to kind of tell like that level of productivity that you need to have when you are writing, when you're trying to accomplish something, the focus that you have to make sure that you get all of this put together, get it all, get everything put together. It's really complicated sometimes when you are, trying to do it. You have your own personal distractions that you are dealing with when you are creating something and building something, and you have to learn like how not to have those distractions in your life, like or figure out how to deal with those distractions so that you can become a better person, and accomplish those goals and the things that you are trying to put together. So tonight we're going to talk about productivity, getting things done, making sure that your goals are being met, how to meet your goals, different strategies you can take while you are putting those goals together, making sure and just how to make sure that you are on top of what you need to do. Like there's always going to be a distraction in life. People, relationships, tragedies. There's always going to be a distraction in your life, and you have to be able to set forth and put forth the effort and the energy to make sure that your distractions are not taking over you. You are your own worst critic in life. But at the end of the day, you have to really sit here and you have to focus and make sure that you get what you're doing in life together. Get it done. And sometimes since you're being such your own worst critic about it, you're thinking you're doing things wrong. It's not enough. It's not you haven't accomplished enough, but sometimes you look at the other people around you, and you're like, wow, you have accomplished so much more. So much more. You know what I mean? They have accomplished so much. You have accomplished so much more than the average person that is actually doing the job that you are that you have been doing. So those are the things that you kind of have to put in play for yourself and understand that you're doing it. You're being very successful at it. That means that and you completed it. Once you have completed that task, you're actually doing something great. Because most people out here don't even complete the task that they're doing. Most people out here don't put forth that effort to even start the task rather than completing it. If it is writing a book, creating a planner,
the tasks that they're doing,
or doing any of those sorts of things. So for you to be a person out here that sits there and you completed your projects, you completed your task, you are pushing forward to do more things for yourself. Those are the things that you have to really be excited about and be grateful that you have actually done these things for yourself. Because a lot of people have told people like, oh wow, you wrote a book. I've been thinking about writing a book for months and years, and I got this chapter done, I got that chapter done, but at the end of the day, you have to complete it. You have to complete the book.
I've been thinking about writing a book.
You have to finish it. You know what I mean? So if you don't finish it, then nobody will know what story you were ever trying to tell, what your motive was, what you were pushing forward to. So you have to take the time to actually finish the product. And if it's not perfect, it's okay.
What you are pushing forward to,
it's okay, because it's better than not having a complete job. So sometimes I'd rather have a little bit of. I'm a perfectionist. I try my best to have everything perfect. I get annoyed. I had to learn how to be a little bit less perfectionist. For the simple fact is that
I try my best.
What I think is perfection, somebody
I get annoyed.
Is not unperfected. Somebody thinks it's so awesome, so perfect, so great. So if that's how people are thinking about it with me, then imagine with how they're thinking about it about you, and you're saying, "Oh, this is not done. My braid is off. This is wrong." Da da da. But if the girl who's braiding my hair was like,
how they're thinking about it about you.
The girl who's braiding my hair was like, oh, that braid is not right, that braid is not right, and we kept doing it over and over and over again, then we would never get my hair braided. You know what I mean? Your style, your book, everything would not ever get done. So you just have to take that in consideration. And sometimes every move that you make is not going to be perfect. It's not going to be.
So you just have to.
It's not going to be perfect. And it's okay if it's not perfect. You know what I mean?
Every move that you make,
it is very okay if it is not perfect.
It's not going to be.
What you're perfect and what somebody else is perfect can be totally different.
If it's not perfect. You know what I mean?
Totally different. So we're gonna go over here, see if Joy has
what you're perfect and what somebody else is perfect can be totally different.
Talk to her
totally different
today. So Joy, I see you are on my Instagram live. If you would like to call in to the Blog Talk number, the 563-9935-3262 number, you can call in so we can bring you on live on the podcast, and we can talk about your book and you can tell everybody a little bit about it. So while we're waiting on her to call in, women, the book is called Disfunction. Women are broken. Broken women love falling in love with men who need to be fixed. That is a super powerful statement, and it's very true. It is very, very true. When women, that's the thing, okay. When women are going through those things in their life and their in their life, and they have not really figured out who they are and what they're going through, they deal with people who they can try to fix. And why women fix themselves or try to find a man who they can fix, because they're trying to fix themselves. And I've been in that situation, so I totally understand. All right, we have her right here on the line. Let me turn on this volume. Hi, Joy. Are you here? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you doing?
I am awesome. I'm awesome. We're having a great day here. We are live. We're live on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, as you see. And everybody should hear you. Everybody who is listening on Facebook and Instagram, let me know if you can hear Joy talking. So, Joy, tell us about your book or introduce yourself. Tell us about your book and who you are and what made you want to create it.
All right. So, my name is Joy Alantis. I am a new author in the urban fiction genre, and I recently published a book on December 31st of 2020. And so, hailing from Chicago, New York, I've been in Atlanta for over 20 years. I traveled the world with my 9-to-5 work, and just a lot of experiences through life inspired me to write. I've been writing since I was a young girl. I've been reading since I was a young girl, and it's always been a way for me to kind of get away or experience things that were just very far away from the life that I had. And so, it's something that I was actually good at, that I loved, and finally, after all these years, turned it into a product that I am extremely excited about, extremely proud of, and I'm so thankful and grateful to the folks who are kind of latching on to this thing because it is moving.
Yes, you are Amazon bestseller. You're doing big things around here. I'm excited. Yes, and it's only been out for 30 days. That is so amazing, so amazing. So tell people about your book and what is it about. Tell them what is it about without giving them all the juicy details.
Absolutely. Let me make you guys want to just buy 700 copies of this thing. So the book is called The Goddess Journal, Disfunction. And it is a novel that tells a tale of this beautiful, amazing, professional, super talented woman who has this perfectly curated life. Everything appears to be well put in place. She's just taking control of everything. She's doing her thing, but as she's entering into her 40th year of life, she's starting to reflect on the one area where she's failing miserably, and that's her love life. And, as she's trying to pick the pieces, she decides to enter therapy. And during her therapy session, her counselor advises her to start to journal and to relive and recount her experiences. And what she does is she goes on a journey from her very first love, back in college, her college days, to her current dating scenario. And so while she's pointing the finger and blaming everyone else for why her relationship, her love life is such a trash, what she finds is a discovery of herself and the things that she's contributed to the breakdown of the relationship, the failures of the relationship. And she starts to go, okay, I get it. It's not just about what all these men did to me or how they failed, but it's about my selection. It's about how I choose. It's about where I get my ideas from. And so it's really, really funny. I mean, you got to think about it. It's a 20-year span of time of a young woman who is, experiencing life through her sexuality, experiencing life through her relationships with all types of men from all parts of the world, from all types of backgrounds. And ultimately, while she's discovering them, at the end of it, she really learns about who she is. So she's super sarcastic. She's very explicit in some of her details. And then she gets slapped in the face because her love from 15 years ago pops back up into her life. And now she has to deal with this bit of drama that she's been running from for 15 years. But it all comes full circle when you get into the nuts and bolts of what this book is really about. So it's a lot of fun.
Oh, wow. I mean, it sounds like you said it's a fiction, but in real life, like that sounds like a lot of people's issues. A lot of females.
Yeah. It's so relatable. It's clever, it's funny, but most of all, it's relatable. There's not a woman, including myself, that I know who hasn't had one or two of these experiences or thoughts that has gone on in this book. And that's been really awesome.
Wow, that is so great. So now we're going to kind of get into the productive side of it. Like, how long did it take you to complete your book? I know we started our book writing class, 3 years ago? Is that when you first started your book? Or was that when, you started pushing forward to do it?
So that was when I really got what I needed, the framework that I needed to move the projects and the ideas that I had been working on for 20 years forward. So when you met me in October of 2018, I believe it was, it might have been January, I didn't even want to be there, to be honest. I had just lost my dad, and I was just not feeling well. But thanks to Anthony Joyner, he really encouraged me. He's like, man, you're such a dope writer, and you need this, and I know it will help you. And so when I got into that book writing boot camp, I already had ideas and projects that I had written in boxes for 18, 19, 20 years. But when I took that particular weekend class, I was able to make it all make sense. Because it's one thing to have ideas and be a good creative writer, but it's tangible product that you can sell to people, right? So
right.
It's been a long time coming. It's been a work in progress for quite a while. I mean, 20 years or so.
Wow. We just lost some volume on you, so give me one second to get the volume back. Over there on the on that box, on the box. No, down on the floor.
Anything I can do on my end?
Yeah, you're still here.
Okay.
There.
Okay.
You got all these devices you gotta keep charged now. You forget.
I get it.
You forget one and you messed up. Alright, we should be back.
We're back?
Yeah. Can you hear? Go
I
ahead.
hear you.
Go ahead.
Fine.
Hello? Oh well.
Uh-oh.
Oh well.
There you go.
Yeah, we're here. You hear me? I'm sorry, guys, on Instagram and Facebook. She may be a little soft-spoken, turning everything, all volumes all the way up. But we have Joy on here. I need better power. Give me the power from.
You're gonna make me break into song.
I need a block. Yeah, I tried to plug it into my computer and it didn't produce enough energy.
Uh-oh.
All right. Go ahead and start talking.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Joy Alantis in the
Okay.
There we go. There we go. All right, we're back. I'm sorry for those technical difficulties, everybody, but we are back. Hopefully it lasts. I guess we're gonna need to charge it up for a little while. But everybody, this is Joy Alantis. She has been talking about her book and her it's about women, well, a fabulous woman who lived a great life, and the missing part of her life was her relationships, and she's just working on building a relationship and finding that relationship that works for her. And so we're now talking about the production and how long it took her to write this book and coming up with the ideas. So go ahead, Joy. Talk about your ideas. And you said you've had this in production for about 20 years right now, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the ideas have been floating around for quite a while. And as a writer, you know, if I showed you this box of material that I had, it's screenplays, it's short stories, it's blogs, it's just all these different ideas where I would start something and then I'd scrap it. And so
a lot of what's in the actual
writing. Yeah. And what I would like to say about the production piece, about, you know, being productive and truly meeting and crossing that, you know, meeting the goal and crossing the finish line is you never really know where something is going to take you if you don't have any structure around it. So a lot of creatives say, oh, well, you know, the creative space is very fluid. And it is. It definitely is. But if you have this fluidity and no real structure around how you're going to execute, I mean, I just don't know how you would be able to produce anything without structure. So the structure that I gained in the writing boot camp, that took me about 2 years from start to finish, once I did that, to have a final product. So it was pretty awesome.
Right. And I think because I took this class with you, I think that it opened my eyes up to a lot of different ways of doing things.
Absolutely.
And you didn't have to do everything on your own. Like, because when I was writing my book, I'm not the best writer.
Mm-hmm.
So my biggest issue was just trying to get all my thoughts together. And I knew I was going to have somebody edit it and put it together, but then me trying to I got the basis, the foundation of it, but then trying to get the actual writing, what would you call it? The writing together to put it in the format and the flow and everything. I really needed help with doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of times just getting it out of your head. You know, if you can get it out of your head onto the paper, that's great. That's like the biggest part, because I can't write for you.
You said you can't write what?
You know? Like, I wouldn't be able to write for you. So if I'm your editor and I say, okay, well, what do you want to write about? And you're like, well, go do your job. It's like, no, I need you to spill all of that knowledge, all of that information, all of those ideas out of your head, either onto me so that I can write it for you, or onto the paper. It doesn't matter how pretty it is. It doesn't matter, you know, how bad the grammar is. It just needs to get out of your head into black and white, so that the structure and the formatting and the full pulling of it together can happen. And without you being able to spill that information out of your brain, you know, it's just stuck there. And that's what causes so many people to be non-productive, you know, in their projects, in their lives, in their careers. They get stuck because they have so much fear about sharing parts of themselves.
Yeah.
And that boot camp took that away. It took that away, right? I think it gave us all not just the inspiration and the tools, but I think it showed us that your story is worth being told. There is an audience for you. People will buy whatever it is you're selling. if you do it the right way, if you do it in a way that makes it appealing.
Right. That is very, very, very true. And sometimes
so we had a lot of fun. Say it again.
I said sometimes you have you have stuff that you're not even you're scared to put it out there. You're scared to expose yourself, and it's like being vulnerable. And sometimes it's like you have to just put it out there, and no matter how imperfect it is, like that gives you a chance to make it perfect.
That's right. That's right. I said that I did my first virtual book signing last week, and that was, perfection is a lie is the tagline for the book. And when someone asked the question, how did I know that my book was ready to go, ready to publish, ready to be presented to the public, that I was just like, perfection is a lie. It wasn't ready, right? It wasn't perfect. I'm still reading the book now, looking for ways to make it better. And, the reality is if we believe that nothing is perfect, yet we're striving for perfection in all that we do, we're never going to release anything. We're never going to put ourselves out there because we're fearful, we're insecure about the judgment that comes along with a piece of work like this, But again, you put it out there and you're going to get critiqued. But what I found in doing this, because this is my first book, I've done some other projects, but this is my first novel. People are forgiving, people enjoy the work, and the folks who have negative criticism, it's all good. Like, take that negative criticism and apply it where needed. Some of it is trash. You can just let it, roll off your back. But some of it is actually good information to help you become better at whatever it is you do. So I'm just really excited about it. And, I'm really thankful for folks like you who is like, come on and talk to folks about it and tell us about your book and about your process, because it's really helping me sharpen my tools,
Yeah, but I think that's extremely important to support everybody and to tell them how great their item is, because at the end of the day, it's great because you actually completed it. Like, again, I'm not the best speller, I'm not the best writer, but I feel that since I completed it, I won. I'm winning. Because there's so many people out here who haven't completed any of the projects that they've ever done. And how can you say you're winning if you've never completed anything? You know what I mean? So my thing is, do it, put it out there, get criticism, because that's the only way that you're going to make yourself better. That's the only way you're going to get it out there. That's the only way people are going to really know who you are. Right? Are you still there, Joy? Did I lose you? Hold on. Uh-oh. Doing too many things. Joy. Joy. Me and this technical difficulties right now. Alright, Joy, you okay. I can't hear you though. This is what we're gonna do. I am going to invite you onto this live, because on this blog talk and all this sound, nobody can hear. So we're just going to I'm gonna hang you up on the blog talk. And let's see, can you request the invite to it says you're unable to join. What does that mean? Let's see if I can get you. Do you have a block on your on your, what do you call the thing? It's so funny. I'm typing on my computer to try to get the phone to work. Doesn't work like that. Shaniqua, help me. Try to get Joy. It won't let me invite her. Joy, do you have a different page? Yeah, see if you can request to join. But this is Joy. We're waiting on her to come on. We're talking about her book. We're talking about, getting things done. I told you we're not going to do. I know I told you. Hey! Yay, we got you here. I know. I'm like, oh, she probably going to be like, what's she doing to me? You're beautiful, baby. You're beautiful. I'm sorry. My sound was going down, and I knew the people that were on Facebook and Instagram could not hear you. So, I wanted them to be able to hear you and be a part of this conversation. So, I'm glad you came on. You're beautiful. You're awesome. Right. Trust me, man. I'm half dressed too. We have to get ready. We had to get ready for the show.
There you go. So where were we? What were we talking about?
So just the productivity and how awesome it is that you actually got everything done, and in the time frame. Because I know mine probably was, I was looking back at some of my notes for writing my book, and I think I started like in, when was that? 2010. So it's been a minute. Like I started writing it. I had the motivation to write it. Yeah, it was a while because I think it was like around my 30th birthday. So almost 10 years that I'm looking at these notes and going back and like, oh, more notes, little notes in.
I have you beat though. I have 20 years.
I know. Right. And once you get your first one done and actually complete it, it's like, oh, I can do another one tomorrow.
And I'm like, okay, let me start working on book 2 already.
Exactly. Exactly.
Something that's really important about productivity, though, is whose metric are you measuring up to?
Right.
So everybody doesn't have the same drive, and a goal and a win isn't always the same for each one of us, right? So some of us are, just to wake up and do something on time, or get to a place on time, or to eat a healthy breakfast, or to work out, or to pray, or whatever it is we're trying to do. That is a win.
Right.
No matter how small it is, right? So people should remember, as they're attempting to be productive, as they're attempting to finish projects, pace yourself. Work for yourself. Don't work for Joy's goal. Don't work towards Unique's goal. What is going to get you to your destination with the least amount of hiccups? And for me, it's taking smaller steps, right?
Yeah.
The larger the step, the larger the mistake. The smaller the step, the smaller the mistake, and the easier it is for me to recover from that. So, as you guys are thinking about how to become more productive and finish projects, do it for you. Figure out what works for you and not work for, Oprah and Diddy and all these other folks, because
Right.
that may not work for you.
And I always tell people about that. It's like, you see all these successful Instagram people that are on Instagram, YouTubers, million followers, 100,000 followers, and you're like, oh my gosh, how do I get there? They're so successful. I'll never be there. I got 5,000 followers, 1,000 followers, 10,000 followers. But you don't know what these, first of all, I try to tell people, you see all of these people on TV, you see all these people pushing, you really don't know what their fight is, their backstory is. Because if you're working your job, you're doing what you're doing, their backstory could have been somebody gifted me $100,000 just to put in marketing, and then I blew up. Nobody, I mean, as regular people, we might not have ever got that gift. We're just doing it with the money that we've earned with other projects or other jobs that we're doing, and have to push forward. And those time frames and those paths may take you a little longer, or they may have not had to work. There's people out here who have caregivers, people who are taking care of them. I'll pay for all your living expenses. You just focus on your book. If you have all of those benefits like that, then it's great. It's awesome. It's easy. But then not everybody has that. So I can't compare how to be this successful if you don't even know the path, or you had somebody to put you in those shoes. They saw you talking on YouTube or Facebook one time, and they was like, bim, I'm gonna put you in front of an audience of 10,000 people, and now you a mega speaker. You know what I mean? Or you had those kind of platforms, and not everybody has those opportunities and those platforms handed to them. So while you're building, you can't compare yourself to the next person and to think that you can do what you want to do and do how you're doing. I need a charger for this phone.
Right. I mean, the other thing to consider too is there's so many people in worse positions than a lot of us that still find ways to be productive and complete things that they set out to complete. You know, there's homeless people who are graduating with master's degrees. You know, and so even the folks with what seems to be the best of circumstances still sometimes have difficulties, and it's still not easy for them to push through. I know folks, and I say, oh, if I had a husband who was paying all the bills, or whatever, helping me, I would be further. And the reality is, some of those folks who have that, they're not doing a damn thing. So, your competition and your what is going on over there?
Yo, when I say it can happen today, it is.
Talking about perfection.
Man, there's nothing about this cast right here is perfected. This is like, I need to jump off of it and quit right now. That is how I feel right now. Oh my goodness. This is hilarious. This is real. This is live, guys. When I say 100%, like y'all see in my bottoms, you see I don't match. This is live, okay? We probably need better power source than this as well. This is 100% live. Phone dying, the sound not working. Uh-oh. Okay.
I wasn't prepared for it, but I'm here. I think she's back.
Yes. All right, so this, whoo. This is, what do you call it now? This is when you gotta push forward. Things is falling over. Kids yelling in the background. Things is falling down, huh? That's all it is. I mean, goodness, boy. But you gotta push through it, man. You gotta keep moving, man, regardless of what's going on. I did the live last time, and I was just like, man, I'm tired. I don't even want to be here. But if you saw me, she was braided. My sister was braiding my hair, and the hair wasn't even done. I was like, I'm still getting on here, man. I'm dedicated to my Wednesdays at 9 o'clock. I'm still gonna get on here. no matter what.
You see what you did to me? I was like, I ain't even got my edges laid down.
Don't worry about it, man. We love the Afro puffs. We love the Afro puffs. Right, always be prepared for the show. I wish I was like that, because shoot, you would have got me. I would have had a baseball cap on and kept it moving. But that is a good thing about having confidence and just knowing what's going on with you and everything. You know, some people like to see the imperfections in people. Everything that happens is not perfect. Like, life isn't perfect. It's just not going to be 100% perfect. So why try to live up to that level of perfection when nobody's life is perfect? I don't care what you say. Will and Jada, entanglements, not perfect. T.I. and Tiny, tragedies, not perfect. Oprah Stedman, not perfect. Real life, nobody is perfect. What is it? What's the name? Jay-Z and Beyonce, not perfect. So don't exist. So stop. If your hair is not done, if you're not ready, it's that level of confidence that you just gotta push through. Because if you show up and you're not ready, that shows so much more confidence and power than you showing up looking like $1 million. Because you could look like a, yeah.
It's the effort to be there, right? So it's like, okay, well, I'm not perfect, I don't have everything pulled together, but I'm gonna freestyle it and see what happens. And so many people have gotten the deals of their life just because they showed up.
Right.
They were prepared, but they were there and they figured it out on the fly. You know, I'm good at that. I'm very good at that.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell me, hey, look at what just happened to me. All my systems just went. Any other time, it's only one thing that breaks. I'm like, wow, this phone dead too. Phone dead. The main phone that I'm on, got a tablet over here, got YouTube going over here. I don't even know what I look like on that. I bet you if anybody watching on there, they only see the top of the button. Lord have mercy. They only can see the bun. Woo.
We can see the braids down to the shoulders.
Yes. On my YouTube people, if they watch, I'm watching this live on YouTube, and I know that those people are like.
Tell them it's staged. When you open up talking about perfection, my book's tagline is "Perfection is a Lie." So we're just showing y'all how imperfect what it looks like. This is what imperfection looks like.
Right, and
it's still good. It's still useful, and you still gonna get this knowledge or whatever you want, entertainment, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever you want to call it. Right, like the Pure with Jason. The Jason Pure, he says, show up. That's all. Show up. Show up. Show out. Do what you can do. Fake it until you make it. Because I remember when he was I don't know if he was ever a cheerleader, but I was a cheerleader. And they was like, if you forget your move, just keep moving.
Right.
And,
just freestyle.
Right. They think nobody's going to know you messed up. Nobody's going to know you messed up until you say you messed up.
That's true. I didn't realize that. It's like we're so focused on ourselves and what we're doing wrong. Half the time, people don't even notice it. It's like, oh, did you see this in my hair? No. Is my dress fitting right? You look fine. But now that you brought attention to it, yeah, I noticed it. So,
right.
It's just a part of being human, which is great. But, we're here. We're here to do a job. And, for me, let me do this so y'all can see it.
Yes. Yeah. And if y'all have not ordered that book yet, order it. Amazon. Click the link in her bio. Follow her on Instagram. Amazon, not Audible. That's my next project. Is getting it on Audible, huh?
I said it's not on Audible yet, but it's coming soon. We have hardcover,
Kindle,
paperback version. It's in ebook Kindle. I believe it's on Google Play. everywhere. Barnes and Noble, Kobo, wherever you can get a book, you can get a book. There's also a journal. We talked about the therapist taking the main character through a journaling process in her counseling sessions to help her kind of discover what was really the core of her issues in her relationships. And so I created a journal that's an attachment to this book, an add-on to this book. So the readers, if you guys want to, you can actually go on that same discovery of yourself. It's a guided journal. It's 182 pages. 12 of the pages have the text and the guidance on it, but the rest is for you to kind of write and figure it out. And it's really cool. I'm really, really proud of the work, and for it to be my first time and be able to push something out of that quality and get the great feedback that I've been getting back is humbling, but it's also a testament to the hard work that was put into it. So I can't wait for you guys to read it. I can't wait to hear what you guys think, and I can't wait to get started on number 2.
Yay.
And 4 and 5 and 6 and 7.
Right. I want to do a screenplay because, like, I want to do a screenplay with my father's story. He was a Rolling Stone, but he was never famous.
He was famous with the ladies.
Man, when I say that personality was so he was a pimp. I gotta give it to him, man. The things I saw, how he got people. My mama, before when he was in his dying bed, because he passed away a couple years ago, October, October, and I was just like, y'all still can't talk to this man on the phone, and y'all haven't talked to him in 30-something years. Every last woman except his last wife couldn't talk to him. Scared.
How many wives did he have? Oh, never mind.
I'm just gonna blink my eyes. The what? There's 4. There's 4 segments. Four segments. My sister's mom, my mother, Miss Bernadette, which was Jody's wife, and the last one, which thought he couldn't do no wrong, but then was just like, why do you like him? No.
Okay, well, he has something that the ladies wanted.
Mustard. I mean, I don't know about none of them other extremities that he may or may not have had, but that between the mouthpiece.
Talk about your daddy being okay? Cut it out.
I'm just saying, had to be gold.
All right.
I know.
Like I'm being disrespectful.
I know. I'm confused.
It would be a good story to tell.
I'm gonna have to write that out. I'm gonna have to write that out. I'm already trying to, cause I don't understand, and I heard stories and I'm just like, woo! I gotta write this out, man. But
listen, I wanted to write a memoir, and the more I thought about it, I was like, I could put myself on blast, but it's like I can't put my family, my friends, my people that have been in my life on blast. And it was so funny because when I finished the book, my mom was like, she didn't know. She wasn't sure if it was autobiographical or fictional or whatever. So she goes, "Don't get your ass beat like the guy from The Best Man, like Jay Diggs, The Best Man." I'm like, oh my God, it's not like that. It's not that kind of book, Mom.
right, my mama did the same thing. Is it about me? Am I in the book? No, it's not about you.
No one's in the book. Dear all of my narcissistic ex-boyfriends, no, it's not about you.
It's none of them.
I mean, anything that seems a little bit too true for them. They know if they said or did that shit.
Wow.
I mean, I pull a little bit from my life, but I've been getting all kinds of text messages and phone calls like, I'm in the book, it's about me. Boy, bye. You don't go somewhere with your narcissist.
Right, right. Nobody thought about you this much. We
Right.
we we
Right.
we
If
we
it
don't
is
care.
about you, you should be thanking me for not making you a monster. Is how I see it.
Wow,
Because I could have made you a monster, the real monster that you are.
wow.
Jerks. Anyway, enough about them.
Right. Yes. We all go through them though. We all go through those crazy relationships, and at the end of the day, it shapes us and makes us better,
Hopefully,
or
because
or or better.
hopefully, because it takes a while. I mean, especially when you start thinking about single women, in our 40s. Um, it's like you've gotten better. Well, okay, well, what's the issue? But is that the end goal? Is marriage? Is having a committed relationship? Is that even your goal? Because a lot of women I know say, never getting married, don't want children, I don't want a steady guy. It's just too much stress, headache, too much work. And I respect that too. You know,
Right. I like.
same thing ain't for everybody.
Yeah. I'm
You have to
anti-marriage.
kind of say it again.
I said I'm anti-marriage. We're Facebook married though.
Work husbands, Facebook. Well, I have several fake husbands. They're all very famous. A few of them have passed on. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. Prince. But a lot of them are still around, waiting for me to appear, I guess. But yeah, it just depends on what you want. Because again, success looks very different based on what you actually need and want.
Right.
And that's part of the character's issue. She's like, I'm about to be 40. I don't have a husband. What's wrong with me? And it's not that she hasn't tried, but she's dating. And she's dating like dope dudes. She's dating really amazing men throughout her life. It's just, she can't get love through. She can't close the deal. Something's getting in the way that's making her feel unwanted or underappreciated. And she's lashing out like, time's up. You gotta go. You're not doing what I need. You're not doing what I want you to do when I want you to do it. You're not doing it how I want you to do it, how I need you to do it. And so she's kicking them to the curb. And now she's like, oh, well, why am I alone? Well, sis, you're not being patient. You're not being realistic.
Right. And that.
Your ass isn't perfect, so you think some man is gonna be perfect? No.
And that is the one thing that you really, as females, we really have to think about within our lives and our relationships and everything else that we have going on, is that we have to think about what is really a downfall for us, what is a real deal breaker for us. Because most men are not perfect. Most women are not perfect. So if you can deal with my crazy and I can deal with your crazy, then let's just be crazy together.
Oh, I don't want crazy.
But there's levels of crazy though. Like okay, so I used to be like, oh, you can't smack. Of course, I still have my nose of no smoking, no, I had a big one like I need you to be able to put on a suit. I've dated so many men who could not wear a suit. I need you to keep your appearance up. I've always dated high maintenance men, but I need you to keep your appearance up, but I don't need you to be in the bathroom all day. So it's and those are just like those things. And then I need you. My biggest issue that I thought over the years that I've found somebody who actually can deal with it. You need to understand when I'm angry and when I'm frustrated, when to leave me alone and when to talk to me.
But you have to tell them.
You do. You do, but sometimes I'm just like, I've told you about 4 or 5 times now, and you ain't picked up on the signals yet.
My understanding from all of the beautiful women that have actual good relationships and marriages, it takes like 20 years before it clicked in their heads. I don't know if that's a true statistic, but that's what I keep hearing. It takes a minute. And again, for me, in my relationships, especially the ones that went sideways or went left, I did not do it. I thought I was a great communicator. I thought I was letting them know what the issue was and how to help correct it, but I wasn't.
Right.
They're not, for whatever reasons. I'm not a man. I'm not going to attempt to answer that question, but for me to ask you to be what I am in order for us to have a decent relationship is selfish, really, because we come from different backgrounds, we come from different families, different households, we have different sets of rules and ideals and religious beliefs and what have you. So for me to want myself, that's not realistic. It's not.
Right. And I just think it's about understanding you as a human being and understanding what you want and what your likes and dislikes are. Until you understand that, no matter what age you are, because some women don't understand that ever, and some men don't understand that ever. And my biggest thing with that is that I believe you have to learn when to acceptance. Like, all right, I know that I'm not going to get this, and this out of you. Am I willing to deal with it, or am I not willing to deal with it? And how big of a deal breaker is that for me? And those are, and then when you accept it, you have to accept it wholeheartedly. Like, if you got a guy who you know is never going to have a job, and you going to have to take care of him, and you decide to accept that, you cannot get mad when this man never gets a job.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. The cool thing about the journal add-on for the Goddess Journal, Disfunction, is one of the things that it asks you to do in your journaling process is, where did this belief that this type of person is what you wanted, or what was ideal, or what is good? Like, who taught you that? And you go through this process like, was it my parents? Was it something I saw on TV? And I mean, for me, a lot of what we think we want is just what's being force fed to us by the TV,
right?
By some books, right? We're fed this idea of what good looks like, and we never really take the time to really cultivate what it truly is for us, because we're just living this lie. We're all trying to live this fairy tale, and we know that ain't real.
That never works out unless it's on Instagram. Right. But Joy, I appreciate you being on here. I've kept you on here for a good 45-50 minutes with all our falling down and sound issues and reconnections and everything else. And we get up. But it's time to go. Everybody who is on live or rewatching this or going to watch this, please like her, share her book, buy her book, order her book. If it's not a book for you, maybe buy it for your girlfriend or not.
Yes.
Buy it for your mother. Buy it for a female that you care about, and maybe they need to go through this trials and tribulations. Yes, and throwing in my little tribute, my Buy Pookie book. My book is similar but different. It's more about removing negative people out of your life, removing negative relationship, toxic people out your life, and that could be those people that are in those relationships. And sometimes you have to learn how to recognize what is toxic to you and what is not toxic, and what's helping you and what's not. So make sure you guys purchase both of our books. They're both on Amazon. They're both on Kindle. You both can click a link and hit us in the bio, and we'll ship one to you. However, whenever you want one, you got it. But make sure everybody likes, shares, follows her, me, and everybody else. And y'all have a great day. And I'm so happy you joined me in our impromptu live. And we will see you next time. And please, if you need the information, wherever you're listening to me on is in the bios. So click the links in the bios. Make sure y'all follow her and like everything that she does, because she is awesome. Her page is awesome. Her book is awesome. And we're out here and we're waiting on number 2, Miss Joy. We're waiting on it. It's coming. So, y'all, I appreciate everybody to come in here. productivity is not perfection. So just keep it done and keep it going. And I will see everybody later. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye. What? You gotta stretch. Your leg, your whole leg hurt, or your ankle? Oh, that's just muscles. It's okay. Walking is good for you. You like this? Yes, exercise does that. Yes, that little workout pain is good for you. It's good for you. That chicken fried rice, good for you. I get you.
Doing that for you, I think your finger look cute.
Yeah, that's why you don't have no